Hi guys, welcome to a new video. I think in this video is going to be lots of Mark II content. I'm on my way to Ferroli now. I need to buy an adapter. I think it's called a TAC adapter to get signal to the dev gauge on the 8 and 16 valve cluster in the Mark II. I've been wanting to buy this part for ages and I've just never been able to get out here. So I'm off today and hopefully I can get it. Hopefully they've got stock and there's no drama. And then I want to get a starter as well, so I'm going to go to Mike's place and get a starter over there. Oh, these seats are epic. Center locks. That's baller. This thing is cool. I wonder what it was used for. It's not a drag car, so it was obviously a track car. Can't really see in there, but it's wow. So they've got a car on the dyno now. Looks like an M3, but it's in a glass box. Well, I'm outside. I don't know if I could just walk around and like show this off. So I felt like I was just sneakily getting some clips. But I've always wanted to come here. Very cool setup. So I've got the adapter. Quite a simple piece of kit, but really hope that it does the job. TDI.
2 hours later.
So I just got the starter. It looks quite crusty, but I just hope that it works. I think that is the main thing. I just need a starter that works, and I hope that is my issue with the hot start. I was hoping I could walk around and actually look at the engines and see what they've got, but because of COVID, they have everything like caged off. It was just like a few engines, like a batter that was, I'll insert the clip here, at the door. Massive engine. But yeah, that's it. I've got what I needed today, and I'll get started on working on the cars tomorrow.
The next day.
Hey guys, so I just drained out the oil out of the wagon, put in a new filter, and I patched up the sump with some steel putty from Bradley. Quite an interesting process, lots of kneading and rowing. I felt like I was baking, but I sealed it up and I put it on the sump. Took a while. It was a long story, but hopefully it works. I think that's all I really care about right now, is that this car doesn't leak oil anymore. So now that I'm done with this, I'm just going to let it sit for a while, for about 40 or so minutes. They say you need to leave it for at least 45 minutes, and it's been about 10 or 15. So I'm going to leave it for that amount of time. I'm going to put oil in, and then the moment of truth, hopefully the putty is hardening nicely. I'm going to focus my attention on the Mark II now. I'm going to fit the starter. So this is the Mark IV starter that I got. Not in the greatest shape. I cleaned it up a little bit. Hopefully it works. I'm going to do a test start on the Mark II so that I can hear what the old starter sounds like. Put a trickle charger on it now. Let's hope that it gives it life. Started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the car warm up and idle for a while. Usually when it's hot it won't start, so I think that's the test. Let it warm up, turn it over so that you can hear what it does. Okay, let's do another test. So the fan is kicking in at about quarter, which is weird. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. Okay, so that's the issue that I'm having. It's like the battery's completely dead. Okay, so put the charger on. Let's see if it'll turn over. Just need to make sure that it is actually the starter, but now I'm starting to feel like it's the alternator. Okay, one more test before I swap out the starter. Okay, nothing. Let's do this. So I've got the starter out now. This one on the left is the one that came out of the car. This is the Mark III starter and this is the Mark IV. So that's the difference. This one feels tight, this one feels loose. Like loose feels better. This feels like there's some resistance on it. I'm not sure if this extension makes a difference. Other than that, they look, well, this is different. They look similar as to that point. And then in the back there's the one that comes from the battery, and then there's a plug on that side for a red wire, and then this one has the main and then two plugs. I'm not sure if that makes a difference, but I think I'm just gonna fit the starter and see what happens. I guess I won't know until I try. The moment of truth. Will the car start? It's definitely a different sounding starter. What's that sound? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so I guess I need to just let it run for a while and see if it starts when it's hot. Just oiled up the wagon, put some oil in, and let it run for a bit. Let it settle and then check the oil again. I'll just switch the Mark II off. Let's see if it'll start. Driving to the petrol station. I am going to try and dump oil So I've got quite a bit of oil. I hope they have a oil dispenser or something, because I'm not quite sure what to do with the oil that came out of the wagon and all the other times the oil came out of the wagon that I just stored in the garage. So I'm going to check if I can dump the oil, and it's also just the excuse to drive the Mark II and check how the starter behaves. So this is the test. I just drove the car, couldn't find anywhere to put the oil, but let me check if it will start. It is close to halfway on the temp. So it was and always has been the starter. This is amazing. Flip.
Much later.
Hi guys, I am on my way into town quickly, so I actually just want to test out a new gimbal I bought. It's actually the first gimbal I've bought. I've gotten the DJI Ronin-sc. I wanted something lightweight, compact, hopefully easy to use. I've actually never used a gimbal. I've kind of messed around a bit with the glide cam, but never used the gimbal, so I got it in the week and I really want to test it out. I've kind of just lost the light. The sun is on the other side of the mountain. I'm losing light, but I don't have a ND filter, so I can't really push the aperture in too much sunlight, so this might actually be perfect. But I don't know where to shoot. I haven't quite figured that out. I didn't plan this out. This was like a spur of the moment. I'm quickly just gonna go out into the city and shoot the wagon. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I will take you along the process and hopefully give you some good looking B-roll at the end. So the light is quite cold and the car's actually slanting downhill. I think maybe on the other side of the road might be better. So it is it's currently 6:45 and yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of shots here, and then I think I'm gonna go around to the waterfront and get some shots over there. There might be some decent light, but I think this building not really the greatest. Okay, I'm just gonna take a couple of shots here. So I'm shooting with a Sony A7 Mark II, and I've got a old Canon film lens, so it's a manual focus lens with a 28mm 2.8 on it, so it should be a decent perspective. I'm going to shoot with this and a Sony 50mm, and so I'll just switch between the two. Guys, this gimbal situation is not as easy as it looks. Like, I have no idea what the quality of this footage will be. It's probably going to be super sketchy, but yeah, we'll see. I'm as curious as you are. This thing is just doing its own thing. Like, I need to dial in the settings. I'm kind of just going at like default right now. Yeah. Okay, so I left that spot, starting to get too dark. I'm going to a spot in the waterfront quickly. I've been there before, but I haven't been there when the lights are on, so I'm hoping that it's going to be on when I get there. Well, it should be. It's getting dark now, and yeah, I think that should give the video, the Beetle, a bit of a vibe. Oh, there's already a shoot happening here. And just when I thought, oh flop, I get to shoot some cool stuff. There's people here. I'll just shoot here, like, away from them. I don't want to be in this shot, but I want some of the light. Oh, this location is epic. I don't want to be in those guys' shot, but I have to figure out how I'm going to work with the light. Might have to pull out the 51.8 for this, because the 28 might be lacking a little bit. So I'm just going to do a quick lens swap, and I'll have to rebalance. Hopefully it's not too much of a mission. It takes some time. You have to like get all the axes, everything sorted out. The 50mm that I've got is slightly lighter actually. So the 50 I've got is lighter than the 28. It's very light, so I will have to rebalance, but it's not too much. So let's see how quickly I can do it. So the gimbal is balancing at the moment. Just runs through the cycle of movement. I really struggle with the pan axis quite a bit. I don't know why. It's like something that I have to adjust and adjust a few times. Yeah, so it says that I need to rebalance the pan axis. Flip. So it says tilt excellent, roll excellent, pan excellent. Well done, Lorenzo, you did it. So I'm just going to do a quick auto tune so that it adjusts the motors, and it'll do a little bit of a bobble. Don't know if you'll be able to see that. So it runs through, adjust the motors to make sure that it's performing optimally. But yeah, this took a while. So I think I have enough test footage. Like, I actually don't even know what angles to shoot anymore. It's getting quite cold. It is 7:45 actually, so I should be heading home. Yeah, it's been interesting. This is not an easy piece of kit to use, but I'm excited to learn how to use it and shoot some epic videos. Let's get into the Beetle now. Guys, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I was hoping to get the Mark II sorted, but that just didn't happen. So I'll end the video on this note. Just thanks so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.